the river still rising across the Midwest, hard hit by some of the worst flooding in years. More rain is on the way.
All right. Let's frickin' get it going. How could I not? I've not caught a frog bass this year, but why not today? You know, the cottonwood is out. Seems like a light algae bloom just happened. I think the bass are definitely post-spawn. Why not? Why not today? Oh, frog bass! Get out of here! Oh. Get in here, buddy. That was a long cast. There we go, first frog bass of the year. Not a giant. That felt good. See you, buddy. B-Rock checking in. First Tourney Tuesday. We got our first clue. We've been out here all morning, but as Jacob Wheeler would say, ding. Let's get this big mama back. Nice job. Yeah, dude. Nice job. Just out here pre-fishing. First Tourney Tuesday. I'm back for a wedding. Quick little stint, so we figured might as well come out here and first clue of the day. On the popper, on the dude. Popper. Get yourself some. That's our first bass bite of the day. Like B-Rock said, we've gotten bit today, but not exactly on bass. This lake is very new to us. We've never bass fished before in our life. We got 3 walleyes, 2 on a jerkbait, 1 on a chatterbait. Like I said, we've been pre-fishing bass and hard all day with no bass bites until right now. B-Rock with the first clue. Well, a little update from the end of pre-fishing here. This lake is so freaking tough as nails. It's more like a reservoir. It is a reservoir. B-Rock caught that one nice smallmouth. We blanked on largemouth, and I blanked on smallmouth. Yeah, can't get a dang fish to eat a deadly Nedley or a wacky rig or a chatterbait or a spinnerbait, but got a ton of fish today to eat a jerkbait. All wind-blown side. This is Rapala Maverick 110. And I couldn't buy a bass bite tonight, but I did freaking limit out on walleyes. Beautiful meat. So, I don't know what's in store for Tourney Tuesday this week. We might completely blank, but we might catch some walleyes and come home with some meat. So, I don't know. That's the report after an afternoon of pre-fishing. So, keep you tuned. Wow. Almost 5.5 inches. That's unbelievable. That was, yeah, basically in 2 hours last night, and then it kind of sprinkled the rest of the night. That's a lot of rain in one evening. Wow. Unreal. Look at that mud line. It is just chocolate milk out here. On one section of this reservoir, the whole Cannon River system flows into it. It usually looks like a creek, but now it looks like the Amazon River. Wow. All right, little mid-morning check-in. No bass yet, but it's got a freaking nice big walleye on a bright crankbait. Freaking nice Walter. It's probably, I don't know, 23 incher. Freaking beauty. Absolutely T-boned it. One's a little too big to keep for me. Let him go back in that muddy water. Beautiful eye. Dang. You got it, buddy. You got it. There he goes. Huh. All right, still no bass, just walleye train. Super muddy water. Obviously, all this water's pouring in. And yeah, the clarity is probably 2 inches out here. After all this rain, it has just turned into a mud hole out here. But if the walleyes can see it, the freaking bass that live in here, they got to see it. So keep chucking and winding. All right, a little bit of lunch break. Get some leftover Chinese. Don't have a microwave out here, but cold Chinese is still good. Still no bass. No way. No way. There should be a no wake out here. There's so much floating debris in the water, it's a sketch. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best night of the week. Tonight is week 1 of Tourney Tuesday, and I don't know how well you can see. Maybe I'll try to creep outside a little bit. We got a little screen door up here. It is wet and stormy. The sexy Vexy is put away, and that's because tonight's Tourney Tuesday is canceled. We've had wicked weather. Past couple days, we've gotten flood warnings in our area. Mother Nature has been on and off, and we've been getting downpoured on, and tonight's week 1 of Tourney Tuesday, it's been canceled, and we've got thunderstorms rolling in right now. So let me bring you in here. Oh, I can't put this down here. Let's hang this up. Let's hang this up. Hello, Seth the Great.
Oh, hello.
We'll hang this up right here.
Okay, so week 1 is definitely different than expected, clearly, but super excited about Tourney Tuesdays to start again. Kind of bummed that it wasn't able to happen tonight because of the big storms rolling in, and I just feel like this spring has been different than the past probably 3 years, maybe 2 to 3 years. This is the most rain we've gotten for I don't even know how long, and it kind of changes the whole spring. So our spring has been super fun with morel hunting. It has been incredible, and I don't know how much Sam has shown you recently, but it is
and walleye fishing awesome. And bass fishing.
Yes, and walleye fishing and bass fishing, but it has been totally different than the past few summers.
With Tourney Tuesday canceled tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about Tourney Tuesday moving forward, some new things, some changes next couple weeks, and we're still going to compete because that's what Tourney Tuesday is about. It's about competition. It's about friendly and unfriendly competition, head-to-head combat, and doing the best you can. So I'm going to strap up the banana shirt, and then I'm going to take Steph on in a 2 out of 3 in some cribbage. So sit down, strap in, and watch me absolutely dominate in some cribbage.
Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. You know who the hammer is usually on the lake. It's going to be here, too.
It's on here. Old time's sake. All right.
Does it feel good?
It feels good. Do we do 1 button, 2 buttons? Unbuttoned? All right. So leading up to Tourney Tuesday, the schedule is different, which is awesome. Tourney Tuesday, if you're unaware, is a local grassroots tournament bass fishing series that happens kind of around the metro, South Metro. My partner is Steph the Great. And in years past, it's been good buddy Brock, good buddy Bart, a combination of the two, and folks mixed in. So this year is no different. We're going to have some mystery guests, different folks mixed in. Hopefully, good buddy B-Rock, potentially sometime this summer, and Steph the Great, per usual. But like you know, tonight is canceled, so there's no derby. So here we are.
We have to make our own derby.
Yeah, we got to make our own derby. So cribbage is a game that we've played for years and years and years. If you guys have never played it, you should really get into it. Grew up playing it. Steph grew up playing it. And we played at home a lot. So we're just in the garage riding out the storm.
The reservoir that we're supposed to fish tonight, or the lake, was called Bibs Lake. And last year, that was the same lake that one of the weeks Sam was not available to fish. So I found a partner, and I don't know if we had much footage because it was a rough night, and I think it was pretty windy and kind of gross. But myself and Matt Bussert had fished on Bilsby, and it was so tough. Probably, I think it was like 10 out of the 14 teams didn't even weigh in a bass. So, and then the 5 that did had like 2 at the most. So it's a really tough fishery. It's I like the lake. It's a different layout. It's got a lot of rock. It almost looks like it reminds me of Winona, a lot of bluffs and stuff like that. It's not a whole lot of weeds, but it was really shallow last year, and overall it was later in the year when we had fished it. So I was kind of excited to get back out there until Sam kind of told me about their pre-fishing stuff, which I wasn't able to go for, but he had a rough time pre-fishing out there. Well, rough for the bass species, I should say.
It's super interesting because in our area we have an abundance of man-made lakes. We're in Minnesota. We're in the land of 10,000 lakes, and there's small lakes, big lakes, everything in between, just pothole ditch lakes from here to Canada, right? But what Minnesota doesn't have is a lot of reservoirs, kind of like down south, like the TVA, the Tennessee River Valley and stuff like that, Kentucky Lake, Chickamauga, all those that kind of connect in the TVA. Like, those are just deep, rocky reservoirs that are almost like man-made, built up on the Tennessee River, and that's kind of exactly like Bilsby Lake. Bilsby Lake is the last in-pound body of water that kind of connects a bunch of different creek systems, the Cannon River, the Straight River, anything that touches all these lakes around in my area kind of flows through the Cannon River, and the Cannon River ends up in Bilsby Lake. And so it's interesting because this lake never freezes out, it never dies, and everything flows to it. And one of the most interesting parts about this lake is, even though it's in the South Metro, it has smallmouth bass. Yeah. Which is like so cool, right? Because we don't usually get the opportunity to fish for smallmouth bass unless we go to Lake Minnetonka, Mille Lacs, and up. Yeah. So this would have been one of the only lakes kind of on the schedule where we could have potentially targeted smallmouth bass in a Tourney Tuesday. The day before I went to go pre-fish at Bilsby Lake, here's some footage of how much rain we got in basically like a 4-hour period.
Guys, we can't take any more rain. We cannot take any more rain. We have never seen our creek like this.
So all of that rain that we got, and we got 5+ inches.
Yeah.
All of that rain we got didn't get absorbed into the ground. It just ran right into the lakes and the rivers. Sam was telling me about his pre-fishing. There was deadheads, trees floating. It was just chocolate milk. I mean, it was just so different than when he last pre-fished it, which was a couple days before. But even then, it has been just blown out overall. Like,
yeah.
It was a huge difference and a major change in that lake. And a lot of things were keeping
a major change in a lot of our lakes, because like many of you know, in the Midwest, it's been the El Nino and an extremely dry summer before that. So we had like 2 super dry summers, and it seems like Mother Nature is just making up for it in the past 3 days. Rain, 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 thunderstorm rain one day of sun, rain, 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 one day of sun, rain, rain, rain. I've mowed the lawn, I think, 4 times already, and I think last year total, I mowed the lawn 3 or 4 times the whole summer. So it's just like, yeah, it's totally different. And that's the coolest part about fishing or lakes in general is like they're always changing, and the places we caught them last year,
Totally different.
could be totally different. When water rises, fish go shallow, and they're using pieces of cover a lot of times that, you know, haven't been relevant past couple years. So it's going to be a really interesting season with the high water.
Most likely we'll end up fishing this tournament later in the year when we had either a block time that we weren't supposed to be fishing or at the end of the tournament.
It's different.
Really fast.
Everything's different. And speaking about more changes, so I don't know when it's going to come out or how it's going to come out, but moving forward, I've got an event coming up next Tuesday, so I won't be there. So hopefully Steph the Great and a mystery partner might kick off Tourney Tuesday by themselves, and then hopefully I put together something awesome to put out. But it's just a different start to the year. Just the weather and the scheduling with stuff. It's going to be different, but exciting nonetheless. I'm excited for Tourney Tuesday.
Hopefully you guys are excited for Steph the Great Cam.
Yeah.
The mystery partner. I mean, we'll see. We'll see who it is. I don't even know who it is.
All right, let's get into the game of cribbage. I don't know how much we're going to show this. Maybe a lot, maybe a little, but
depends on how much I win.
yeah, we're going to get into cribbage in 3, 2, 1.
2, 4. Ooh. Going around First Street, we are 100% tied. It's like we've never even played before.
Another 5 came up, yeah?
End of Second Street, and again, it is like we've never played before. Even Steven, tied up.
Neck and neck. Okay.
Are you nervous?
4th
Do
Street.
the 4th Street. Tell the camera.
Going into 4th Street. Not gonna lie, we actually have a really good game going on. Steph is ahead by 2 points. We're neck and neck. And this will determine the winner of Tourney Tuesday Week 1. Right here. Eight.
There you have it.
I only have 15-2, 15-4, 5-6. Boom! Shakalaka, laka, laka, In the arms of an angel, fly away. How you feeling?
Sad.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. I guess there's nothing left to be said, and stay tuned. And as always, let the adventure begin.
Move ahead, oh my pretty babe. Something ain't right. Got to find a way to move ahead. Oh my pretty